Hey guys, I've been procrastinating making this video all freaking day. Uh, yeah, I pretty much just waited till it got really bad and I was like, I absolutely refuse to make a video today. And I realized, okay, I have to do it or I'm going to be mad at myself tomorrow. But I honestly don't have much to say. I'm not going to do a book video this week. I didn't do it last week. I just got so frustrated because I didn't have my iPad. I had to make it on my computer and the file that it saved to wouldn't be right, or it was too big, or it just refused to upload. And I made it so many different times trying to do that I'm just sick of it. I'll make it eventually, just not right now. I really don't know what to say. There's not much to talk about. I guess the most exciting thing was yesterday when a snake got into the house, so we had to spend, no, Monday the snake got into the house, and we had to spend the entire day running around looking for it and keeping the cats out of the living room, and the dogs had to stay in their crates for a while. That was exciting. He was really cute though. I named him Severus Snake. It was adorable, but we didn't get to keep him. Actually, the funniest thing is, usually when we find animals like that, they're either hurt or they get in our house or something, unless they're like lizards or frogs or something. If it's exciting, we keep it. We've had, at least for a couple days, we've kept a bird for a couple of days. It was so cute. It was just this little baby thing, and it was just learning how to fly, and it flew into one of our windows. So we kept him for a couple days just to make sure he didn't have a bird concussion or anything, and was able to fly around, which was a lot of fun. He was adorable. We named him Toby. Then my dad was walking the dogs and he found a legless lizard. Yeah. They exist. They are lizards. They just don't have any legs. So of course, me, being brilliant and loving character names, decided to call him Legolas, just because it fits. So we kept him for a pretty long time, I think almost a year. But then we had to get rid of him because we're waiting for his tail to grow back, because half his tail had been chopped off, like something had tried to catch him. He wasn't doing so well. He was cool. We kept him. We fed him crickets. But I now have a fear of crickets because of that, and a fear of reptiles because of that. It was just so freaky having one of them in the house. But oddly enough, I don't like lizards or frogs, but I really, really like snakes. Ooh, we find baby squirrels all the time. We had a couple of them for a day. My dad found that just this little one baby just running around in the street, freaking out. And then he saw the mother in the middle of the road a couple blocks away. So, yeah. We took all of the squirrels to a little, I don't really want to call it a squirrel sanctuary, but I guess that's kind of what it was. This is going to be a very animal-themed video, because one of the things I've been thinking about doing for a while, I'm going to take a gap year before college, and I'm going to go volunteer at an animal sanctuary in another country. But the one I've been looking at for a few years now is in Costa Rica, and I could volunteer to rehabilitate sloths, which they're one of my favorite animals. I love sloths and pandas and tapirs and all sorts of... I like the weird things. So they're not accepting any more volunteer applications for a while. They haven't for about a year, because they did this thing on Animal Planet and they got a lot of applications and they can't accept them all. So they're not accepting volunteers, so I can't go do that, which is really disappointing. I've been waiting until I was 18. That was like my big goal. When I'm 18, I'm going to work with sloths. So now I'm looking at panda sanctuaries. There are a couple of tiger ones and a lion one, but give me thoughts on that. If you can think of some kind of cool animal that I could look up to see if they have a sanctuary for it, that would be awesome. No primates. Absolutely no primates. I have a lot of animal phobias, because I have a lot of nightmares about them. So technically tigers wouldn't be the best. All my nightmares revolve around animals. It's weird, because I've had bad experiences with them. Like turkeys. It's going to be a boring video. I'm only 5 minutes into it, and I still have 10 minutes left. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Brianna, I love Sherlock. I'm surprised it took you this long to watch it, as so many people were telling you to. Great show, right? How many episodes have you watched now? Comment. I would love to know. Oh, it was a hideous face. I don't have a tripod, so the camera is on a music stand, and it won't go high enough to let me. There we go. This is how high I need it to be, but it won't stay. It just keeps sliding. That makes me pissed. I like, find something to stick under it, but I can't do that. I need more stuff to talk about. Nothing to talk about. I'm going to end up doing the books, aren't I? Okay, how about I just do top 5? What are my top 5? I have the stack next to me from all the times I did the video. I don't know what my top 5 are. Shit. But I meant to order. Oh, this is gonna be really long. Okay, I just chose the ones I want to talk about, which are my top 4, and one that's farther down the list, but I want to talk about it because I think y'all would like it. Okay. First one I'm going to talk about is Strawberry Marshmallow by Barasui. I think this is backwards. It is. Shoot, I don't know how to fix that, but whatever. Screw it. It's manga, which is a Japanese comic book. It reads, you open it this way. So, that's exciting. You can't... It's funny. It's about 12-year-old girls, and this one's 16-year-old girl. So it's really funny, it's really pervy. You can't get the manga anymore because the publishing company, Tokyopop, closed. And you can't buy any of their books anymore except for online for really expensive. But I don't even know if you can get these because they haven't been out for years. But you can find the anime on YouTube. It is Strawberry Marshmallow or Ichigo Mashimaru, English dub. So look that up. I can put that in the description bar if you want. Or I'll just leave it on a comment if anyone is interested, because they are so funny. And I think we could probably assign all of us, because there's 5 characters. Not in the first, well, not in the first book, but the second book and like the second episode. I think we could all assign characters to us. So, do that. Prophecy of the Stones by Flavia Bajor. She's a 15-year-old French girl, or she was back in whenever the hell she wrote this book. I don't have a description on the back, because it is an advanced reading copy. There's a really funny story behind that, but I only have like 5 minutes left, so I'm not going to even bother to go into that. But, okay, long story short. We used to go to this used bookstore, but the guy who owned it would get in all sorts of like advanced reading copies and on books that ended up not being published. A couple of them were. So when my mom would take me and my sister in there, he'd give us we'd get books and we'd get to review them. But this one was really good. It's about these 3 girls who on their 14th birthday, yeah, I read it back when I was in middle school. Forget it. The names are Jade, Opal, and Amber, and on their 14th birthday they receive stones. They each get the stone of their name, and they're told, you have to leave home. You have to go and you have to find your destiny. So they have to meet each other and they have to fulfill this prophecy. And it's really fascinating because at the same time, it's kind of a world set in the future when like magic exists. But it's really great because at the same time, there is another plot going on in it. There's a girl, I can't find it, there's another girl in modern day Paris dying in a hospital bed, and she is dreaming of these girls and what's happening to them. So it's really great. Look it up. I think you can find it on Amazon. I looked it up a couple days ago. They have it on there for a penny from just whatever person is trying to get rid of their copy because they're sick of it. So you can maybe buy it for a penny. Next we have Mask of the Red Death. Yes, it is based on the Edgar Allan Poe poem. That was what first drew me to it, was the name. But it sounds really cool. It's just more depth. It's giving characters to the story. Not a poem, story. But it's by Bethany Griffin. It's really interesting. It's really great. It just came out in March. But it's a new book, but I already love it, and I've already reread it once. So it's really good. I recommend that one if you're into that kind of stuff. It's dark, it's good. So, yeah. This is... Sorry, someone came upstairs making sure they weren't coming to get me. This is Inkheart by Cornelia Funk. You've probably heard of it, or you've at least heard of the movie. I don't know if you've read it. Everyone who I recommend this book to, or who I know who's read this, has said it was boring. How is it boring? You're reading characters out of books. It's amazing. It's fascinating. I think if you just read the second and third ones, you'd love it. But you can see how damaged the book actually is, because I've just read it so many times. The cover is falling apart. The pages are ripped and dog-eared beyond repair. I have been reading this book so much. I've had it for like 7 years, and I've just, oh my god, I just love this book. I don't know if it's actually 7 years, but I've had it for a while, and I really like it. I think I read it when I was 11, so do the math. I don't care. Focused on this. Don't feel like doing anything. Okay. The number one book on my... I have a hair on my lip. Sorry. The number one book on my list. I read it at least 4 times a year. By choice, because if I run out of books to read and I can't think of anything else, or if I'm going on a trip, I had this in my room at Blur. I take it... Yeah, if I go anywhere, overseas, anything, this is the book I take, because... the copy we have, it's little, it fits in the palm of my hand, and it's a good book to have when you're going places. It's something familiar and somewhere weird. Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. There's another series, they have recurring characters, but it's also each book, it's in a series of 3, each book is centered on different people. But Howl's Moving Castle. Sophie inherits her father's hat shop. Her 2 younger sisters go off to seek their fortunes, but because she's the eldest, she is destined to fail. Well, when the evil Witch of the Waste comes in and doesn't like Sophie's attitude because she's being rude to her, she's fed up. The witch is rude in her own right. But Sophie's rude back, and the witch doesn't like that, so she turns her into an old woman. Well, Sophie's embarrassed. She doesn't want her parents to see her like that. So she goes off and runs into Wizard Howl's Moving Castle. In the book, the author describes it as just kind of gliding along the ground, but Miyazaki made a movie of it in like 2005. That's when it was in theaters over here in English. I don't know when it came out in Japan. But, he made it so it had feet and was like this giant dragon house. But it's really good. I think Calcifer is my favorite character of all time. It's just brilliant. I recommend this book. Even if you don't like fantasy, I recommend this book. Just fucking read it. Okay, I have less than 30 seconds left, so I don't know what else to say. I'm going to sit here. I am going to... No, I'm not going to go do anything. All I've been doing, is really just watching... Okay, never mind. Forget it. I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who. Yeah. Oh, hey, wait. I have 5 seconds left. I'm going to dye my hair like Twilight Sparkles when I get back to Blur. Bye!